Welcome in. In this channel, we are channeling higher consciousness, and Jeshua is responsible for this entire thing that is happening with me. I feel, this is not something that just any guy can say. I feel like I'm giving birth to this energy. It's a really interesting thing. I'm pretty sure that most women would argue, which that's okay. I don't want to talk to anyone that wants to argue anyway. But when you give birth to a project, to a consciousness, when you create, when you are fully in alignment with the knower and the feeler, you are actually giving birth energetically. And it's not you, the body, that's giving birth. That's physical, like that's giving a baby, right? But it's energetically, because it is God. It's like if you think that you have what we call the knower, which is the intellect part, and then you have the feeler. But then further out from that is the bigger consciousness of the knower, which is what we call I don't know what the heck that was. There's a lot of animals there. It was just some... Yeah, there we go. They want to be part of this. Don't leave us out. So, this is what we're doing. Every single time we are expanding your awareness in spirals that go outward. It's very feminine. And we are translating what's happening, what Gaia is doing. We are translating what all of these cycles are as we are ourselves moving through these cycles. We have gotten to the comprehension of the upper chakras. We are working on speaking those truths that come from high up, because sometimes we can say it and we didn't explain it. Like there are finesse about delivery of higher knowledge. So that is something that we are adjusting. We are also walking our path, but we have had some experiences with the body that hasn't been very pleasant to deal with. And so we've had to sort of revisit certain things in order to reopen our heart. And that has been a wonderful gift that Gaia has facilitated. And we also got to see how far we've come and where we still have some work to do. And so that's what this whole 28-day has been about for us. We've gotten a little bit more like almost lost in it a little bit, in order to come to these realizations, these deep realizations, to really truly reprogram our subconscious mind, which happens in the moment. Like you can't just go all analytical about this. It doesn't work. It's imbalanced. And so we are translating human consciousness, the soul coming through a body, and what's needed to calibrate both the knower and the feeler in many different situations, so that you know when you are connected properly, like your chakras open. So we are assisting you to correct some of the very fundamental human energy distortions, so that they get back online again, so that you are back online again and you hear your guides better. This is the thing. Once these core knower feeler disturbances gets corrected, you function better. You see more. It's like, it's not all at once. It's a process. But it's like we know to go there deliberately. That's how we get there. We have seen enough, and we know the path because we've found it on the inside. We've had to go through so many obstacles on the outside in order to truly comprehend experientially. That's such key, that it's not on the outside. We got a little bit trapped there again, just to we had to go through a few rounds. We didn't get trapped there, but we got into it again to really fully all right, So everyone is at their own journey. We are also in a journey of opening up to more voice channel, so that we are guiding a lot more of the energy of the body, so that we can clear more, and that we are with the group, we are clearing a lot of stuff that if you just have a habit of saying things and you start to course correct, there's a lot of things, if you comprehend them, you may not need to revisit. Sometimes it is. Depends on what you're working on, right? And it is a whole curriculum to learn how to operate these human vessels as a soul. It takes a very specific frame of mind and a way to see reality. You can't get results that many of you want with the same consciousness. The consciousness has to alter, and that's what we're doing. Every single day we are changing our consciousness so that with something, confirmation, gecko, our favorite gecko confirmations from Gaia. Let's see here. Can we open up this coconut water? Yes. Oh, so important. Gecko confirmation again. To make sure that your body is the one that you listen to. Not all of this stuff out there. That you use your discernment enough to not ignore everything, put things in the right places so that you know what to listen to out there and what not to. But that can only happen inside. But also not just inside meditating and staying zen, also being in the action, that you're able to get into how your soul is expressing naturally through your body, so that all of these kinks in the energy that can be seen and felt and corrected is being dealt with. There is no point in pretending, because that's just going to postpone your own development. There's no point in thinking that you're further ahead, because eventually you're going to hit a ceiling and you have to go back and relearn. That's what we are doing here as a society right now, because we have been in the dualistic perspective, all of us included. We have come out of it, and we are seeing what humanity is doing. And we are now coming back around. We have to relearn how it is to be human. None of us was taught human energy. None of us was taught how to fully be sovereign individuals. We were taught, and we had the indoctrination of codependency to some outside force, and to keep that going for as long as possible. We were not encouraged to sort of break out and do your own thing. That was seen as sort of frowned upon a little bit. But of course, people do it now more than ever, which is wonderful. Every cycle is bringing us closer and closer to freedom. But you don't have to wait for the rest of the human collective. A lot of them might take lifetimes, if we have to be completely honest with you, to complete the Earth School, right? And the Earth School has a curriculum. There is a very particular curriculum, but we have to sort of start again. That's what the rebirth is. Many of you have already been instigated this natural rebirth from Gaia, and a lot of these challenging relationships were that for you. They were these catalyzing factors that propelled you to figure stuff out yourself. And this is what this is, so that we can shift together and alter all of these things together, because we have to. This is the only way to true healing, is to learn the truth about human energy. It is one of those things that was not included in the curriculum coming in here as a human being. It was deliberately kept out, but it doesn't matter, because right now we know better, and this is the next step that humanity is asked to step into. The preparations were A Course in Miracles, and there are other similar in targeting sort of different cultures, and they each have its version of this purity. But there is only one purity, and it's through the energy. You can't just cite your mantras and act like an idiot over here and expect you to be in alignment. That doesn't work. Gecko confirmation. So the main thing is to I don't know what the heck is going on here. I think it's some kind of football match or something. And also, it's a day 13 today. Sometimes day 13 can sort of feel like a pressure cooker around. We've noticed that. Like sometimes it sparks with a couple over here, or someone is angry, or someone is like yelling, and you know. Usually before we pick another scale, it's usually like that a little bit. So it's interesting. This is what we're being asked to do. We're being asked to learn about human energy, because once we all know this, we can very clearly delineate and distinguish which people are still operating in the dualistic perspective and which people are ready to step into this holistic perspective. And that's what we are bringing to your awareness, because most beings don't even know consciously how this works. And so we are bringing consciousness to this aspect, and this is our soul mission. We are bringing consciousness to this energy aspect of a human being, and how you truly master being a holder of light, knowing what light is, which is you and your creator, and joy just merging together on the inside. It is a lot of exciting things that once you get into it, there's a lot of very exciting, uplifting, sort of like angelic frequencies. When you get in touch with the angelic teams, you can start to feel those things. But But if you're a little bit denser still, you won't feel them as much, but they are always at play. That's what we want you to know. It's just that the way that the body responds in more of a lower frequencies are more like yawning and taking a nap and things like that. And then if you're a little bit more aware, you get the awareness also. So it is about training your awareness in this depth, anchored in the body. We hope this helped you to land a little bit more who you are here as a soul. We are also joining in these Heya lives. If you're interested in them, we are shifting using breath work, sacred toning, and channeling the holistic perspective to align all of our energies back. This is where you can come with some topics you would like to correct, and we guide the whole group in a very special session where we are guiding all of us to clear the pathway up to higher intelligence, and we're doing that as a group together. If you want to join us, you're more than welcome. Thank you so much for being here. Thank you for all your comments. Thank you for your love and your support. And we'll talk to you again in the next one. Ciao.